Hello guys, my name is Luis Enrique. I am your real estate agent in Mexico, and today I want to talk really briefly in this video about the closing process, what to expect when you're buying property as a foreign person in Mexico. Check it out. So specifically, like I said, I specialize in real estate in RivieraMaya, Mexico. It's this area right here. Let's talk about it. So this is it. This is the area that I specialize in, and let's do some geographics. Some of you might not understand the difference. This is what RivieraMaya is. Okay, so here it is. RivieraMaya, it starts from my perspective as an agent in Puerto Morelos and it ends in Tulum. The main areas that we promote in RivieraMaya is Puerto Morelos, Playa del Carmen, Puerto Aventuras, Acumal, and Tulum. There's a couple of different spots in between here and there, but this is the main ones that we will be talking about. So the first thing that you need to know, it doesn't matter really what of these areas you select, because they are all in the first 50 kilometers along the coastline of Mexico. You will have to buy through a process known as the trust. The trust is basically a document that helps the Mexican government administrate the properties that are along the coastline and in the borders. They want to know how many foreigners are buying along the coastlines, and the reason why it's a history reason. Back in the day, in the times where invasions were done with battleships, they had to protect the coastlines, and that was a way to keep a control into what was going on. That was the whole concept behind it, is we have to keep always control of the coastlines. We know now invasions are not as common anymore, but the reality is that it's still a good way for the government to know who is in the borders and the frontiers of a country. So now what happens is that when you buy through a process of a fideicomiso, which is the actual name in Spanish, it's a trust. Basically what's happening is that a Mexican institution, which in this case are banks, participate with you in the process of buying. There is thousands of foreign people owning property in Mexico for more than 30-50 years. So trust me, there's nothing to worry about. All you have to know is that it's a process that makes your buying time length just a little bit longer than usual. The closing process of pretty much any property, as soon as all the paperwork is ready and the property is delivered, it takes roughly between 35 and 45 days. And the cost for the trust or fideicomiso, it's usually around, first of all, there's the part of the annual payments that you're gonna make, which is around $500. In 2022, it's around $500 per year, and it can be renewed. You can have beneficiaries in this document, which means that if you and your spouse passed away and you want to leave beneficiaries on this document, your kids or anybody that you put as beneficiaries can claim that. Also, it's important for you to know that the cost is around $2,000 roughly, and this is added to the cost of the closing of the property. Actually, at the end of the day, I have calculated that, and not only me, anybody that is in this business can tell you that when you're closing the property in Mexico, especially anything under $1 million, the rough amount that you're gonna see in percentage over the purchase price of the property is gonna be between 5, 6, maximum 7% of the cost of the property. So if you're buying for $100,000 condo, you can easily know that another $5,000 to $7,000 it's gonna be the cost for your closing, which means the lawyers in the notary which means the registration of your property in the public registry, the process with the fideicomiso and the trust. That it doesn't just involve a bank, it involves Relaciones Exteriores, which means immigration office, the part where they study who you are. They need to find out, obviously, if you are a felon, somebody that it's been looked in other countries. So they need to go through a process of understanding that your money's good, that you're good. So it's important for you to understand that the closing process is not complicated. 35 to 45 days, around $2,000 for the cost. It's included in the closing cost, and closing cost is usually around 5 to 7% of the total purchase price of the property. And now something really important. Do real estate agents take care of the closing process? The reality is that a professional real estate agent like myself understand all the basics of the legality behind what the notary does. But the reality is that what we recommend and what you should do is to hire a lawyer. We have a list, everybody has a list of people they like to work with. I have at least 3 people I like to work with. Usually the price for them, depending on what kind of process we're dealing with, it has to be around $1,500 to $2,000. And what they will do is that they will verify that the seller has all in order, that you have all in order, and it will be during the whole process. What I like to do always is, once we have found the property that you like, is introduce you in a Zoom, if you're not in person in town. If you're in town, obviously we can go to their offices, but if not, we can do a video call. And I'd like to introduce you to the person that's gonna be taking care of you. It's gonna answer all your questions, and along all the process is gonna be making sure that you understand. Obviously, I will always be there, but it's important for you to know that compared to the peace of mind that it gives you, it's worth it to pay that money. They will also provide the system included in that price. They provide the system for the escrow, which means that they will have an account to disperse the funds. That is very common for you guys, but believe it or not, Latinos don't use so much escrow companies, and many of the times they don't want to hire a lawyer, which I don't recommend, because most of our deals go really well, but sometimes something can go wrong or something can be missing, and it's better if somebody's there to, catch up whatever is going on and stop the process. So I hope you enjoy this video. I really enjoyed doing it. Taking advantage of technology is important. Know that I've been doing this for more than 15 years. I started in Puerto Vallarta and now I'm here in Quintana Roo. I've made all the mistakes that you can make. I've gained a lot of experience, closed a bunch of deals, have a lot of people that are very happy with what they got. And now I am here ready to help you. So if you have any questions, you want to check some properties out, you want to ask specific questions, just contact me. Thank you for watching this video.